It's not if, but when. You go to reach in that tool drawer, you're reaching for that 10 millimeter, and poof, it's gone. It's disappeared. It's gone on walkabout. It's grown legs, and you are in a bind. Now you have to run to the store. You got to do something else. I'm going to introduce to you a tool set, a tool line, a solution, what we often hear called, like to say, falls into the get out of jail free kind of category. And this is going to cost you less than the price of a Big Mac. And now you're never going to have to worry about losing that 10 millimeter again, because you're always going to have a backup. All right, this is the 10 millimeter essential set. Now this set here is from Harbor Freight, but there's a lot of different manufacturers of these with a lot of different options. Now this is kind of the standard option. I'm going to show this to you real quick. So this is a 10-piece set, and this follows what we call the 2x2x3x3 rule. And that is 2 impacts, 2 swivels, 3 deeps, and 3 shallows on a rail. Now, this isn't a rail. This is a plastic strip. It works. It works fine. And yes, I did get this for free because I followed rule number 1 when shopping at Harbor Freight. Anyone know what rule number 1 is? Always have a coupon or shop the sale. They were doing a free giveaway about a month ago. When you bought X amount of dollars worth of tools, you had your free choice of like 5 different things. I, of course, chose the 10 millimeter essential set because I'm smarter than the average bear. Anyway, let me show you some of the other options that are out there, because they're not the only game in town. Heck, they weren't the first game in town. So let's see what other things you can look at. Now, on the inexpensive end, we're going to go lowest to highest here. We've got the Husky 8-piece set here. Not a fantastic set here. You're getting 1 swivel, 1 impact. You're getting 3 deep chrome, 3 shallow chrome on a plastic strip for $14.97. Again, that's nothing to write home about here. But next up, we talked about the Pittsburgh one, the one I just showed you. Now, it does every once in a while show up for free. I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for that one, but if it comes around and you don't have this one, then definitely pick it up. But you're looking at the standard 2-2-3-3 configuration, all 6 points, 2 impacts, 2 swivels, the 3 deep, the 3 shallow, and on a cheap plastic strip. It's the Pittsburgh set. It's not the Quinn. It's not the Icon. But you know what? It's better than having to make a run to the store. All right, and then we got over at Amazon, we got Kazaman. Now, Kazaman is one of these kind of no-name companies that does inexpensive impact sets and chrome sets and stuff like that, but they've been around for a few years. This looks like a decent little set. You're coming in at $17.97. There's a 10% off coupon that takes it down to $16 and some change there. You're looking at 1/4 inch 3/8 drives here, 6 points, all course, all 10 millimeter. In the standard 2-2-3-3 configuration on what is the first real rail that we're going to see on any of these. Now, next up is one of my surprise favorites, and that is Titan. Titan, I've done a lot of testing with stuff, and I've often used Titan sockets and Titan bits as the cheap throwaway one that's going to get damaged that I'm testing, like impacts and stuff on. And they've surprisingly held up. They're not a big name. They make some cool little tools and stuff, but I've been surprised by how robust they can be. That said, let's look at this set. $21.15 comes on a rail. You're getting, again, you've got, look at this. In this case, we got 4 impacts rather than 3. We got 2 swivels. We've got, we have 4 deeps, but there 2 of them are chrome, 2 of them are impacts. And in shallows, it's 2 and 2, 2 impacts and 2 chromes. Now, the first one, and what Titan gets right here, is on the chromes. Now, not on the swivels, but on the regular chromes, they've got knurling the way God intended. Because knurling should be on everything. All right, let's jump over to AutoZone. And honestly, AutoZone, this package, this retail package, is the first time I think I ever saw one of these 10-piece socket sets that I just was casually in one. I think it was down in Vegas picking up something real quick. And I remember seeing that and thinking, that's a pretty clever solution. Of course, now we see them everywhere. They're coming in at $22.99. Again, we're just showing mostly list prices here. We're not hunting down sales on these per se. You can make your own call. They've got a little bit of knurling, nothing to be excited about, cheap plastic rail. We're going 2 impacts. We're going 2 swivels, and then we're going the 3 and 3 on the rest of them. So pretty standard one. They kind of set the trend, I think. If you know who actually invented this, was the first one to come out with one, I'd love to hear it. Let's jump over to Advanced Auto Parts. They've got the, Die Hard over there, and they're saying, come out to the coast. We'll get together. We'll have a few drinks. It'll be fun. Anyway, the 1/4" 3/8 again, and looking pretty standard here, except when you look close, there's only one impact, and that is on the far, or second to the far right. Yes, that is a hex bit adapter. Throwing a curveball in there. Nice little set there, and coming in on a decent little rail there for $25. That's not a bad deal there, and there's a coupon code on there. Feb deal takes it down to $21.24. Now we're back on Amazon with Aries, another brand, kind of like Kazaman. They've been around for a while. They're an established Amazon brand, and what you're seeing here is we're seeing 2 impacts. We're seeing 2 swivels, so we're getting the standard 2-2-3-3 ratio here. Nothing really to write home about. Looks like the knurling's pretty decent. However, they do add a twist, and that the swivels here get knurling as well. Kudos to Aries for that. $26.96 on that one. All right, now we're over at Napa, and we're getting into the real tool truck alternatives with Carlile coming in with their set here. 2 impacts, 2 swivels, 3 deep, 3 shallow, $27.49. That is actually a pretty decent sale if you go by their list price of $50. Back on Amazon, we got OEM Tools, and we're looking at a 2-2-3-3 configuration. Kind of, I can't tell if it's chrome or a satin kind of finish. I'm a big fan of satin, so I'm not going to hate on it if it is. 6-point sockets here. Looks good, but nothing really special to write home about here. We're looking at, was it $32 essentially on this one. Now, gear wrench. Now, again, another one of the true tool truck alternatives. Nice gear wrench style rail. We're coming in, though, on the basic set here. 2 impacts, 2 swivels, 3 deep, 3 shallow, good knurling on most of the chrome, but not on the swivels. Decent set, but you're looking, hopefully, at gear wrench quality on this. Now, Boxio comes in and is just wrecking the place. Look at this, man. Talking about throwing a wrench into the mix. We've got 4 impacts. We've got 1 swivel. We've got a 10mm wrench, and they're laying it all down in a bed of foam. You gotta love that. 13-piece 10mm rescue set. Now, of course, they're charging Boxio level pricing there, $49.50. They're trying to establish themselves as a real go-to tool truck alternative out there. I ran into them at SEMA a few years ago. Good quality stuff. I'm going to do a company profile on them here in the not-too-distant future. All right, next up, Vim. We just did a company profile on Vim, and I got to tell you, they came out, shining there. Nice American-based company. Granted, most of the tools are made in Taiwan, but it's a family-owned company down in Florida, doing it right. They're bringing more. They got some tools that are already made in the U.S. Hopefully, some more coming. They got some great stuff, definitely in that tool truck alternative. In fact, often sold on the tool truck as other brands. So look at this mix they're bringing. We got it all on a rail with a pickup pin and ring on the end. But look at the deep on that. You got a super deep on that. We got 1 swivel. We got 3 impacts. We got a nice little assortment there. Doing it a little bit different with Vim quality tools. Talk about doing it differently. Laser. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a UK tool line. But look at this. And the satin finish on some of these would kind of go over with that whole UK kind of stuff. The satin finish is more prominent overseas. Here in the US, we're really hardcore into the bright, shiny chrome kind of stuff. But look at this set here. They're just completely mixing everything up. We don't see any impacts. We got 4 swivels in the 1/4 inch, and they're separating the 1/4 inch, mostly separating the 1/4 inch and the 3/8 inch here. But look at this. We've got a crow's foot in there with the 4 swivels we talked about. A bunch of deeps, an extra deep, and then what they call a difficult access tool, which looks like an air sensor kind of tool, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what that looks like to me. All of it, again, in the foam bed because they know the pros love their foam. All right, now let's talk about it. We're going to jump up to the tool trucks. Everyone take a seat, breathe. I know the prices are going to get a little rough here. Just stick with me. So we're over at Matco. And let's be honest, Matco has about the worst website out there. I'm pretty sure they're just like there must be like a government mandate that each of the tool trucks have a website, because it's like they're like, fine, go get me a camera phone from 1997. We're going to take the worst pics we can and we'll put up the most basic website ever. But there's stuff there, so at least they're complying, right? Anyway, 1/4-inch 3/8 drive, 12-piece 10-millimeter socket set. Look at the swivels on that bugger there. Big universal swivels there. We got more than half impact. We only got 4 chromes in the mix here at a price of $150. But if you think that's bad, I got a solution for the people who just hate money. If you've just got too much money and you're like, man, I got too much money around here, how can I just throw this completely away? We got Snap-on. This is the 8-piece 1/4-inch drive essential set. So essentially an 8-piece set. This is Husky level marketing here. Coming in, you got 2 swivels, one in impact, 1 in chrome. You got 3 shallows, and I guess that's a deep, maybe it's a mid, I don't know. Anyway, point is $247. Oh, but wait, there's more. What if I told you for only $307, you could get your paws on a 3/8 drive essential 8-piece 10-millimeter socket set from Snappy for the low price of $307? Oh my gosh. That's $550-ish, somewhere around there for both sets. Oh man, they really think a lot of their sockets. Anyway, they got a bunch of universals, and they do have good universal sockets. I'll give them that. But $307, brother. Oh, cut me some slack. Anyway, that is your solution to your 10-millimeter woes. Whether you choose to go with Harbor Freight or Die Hard or Carlile or whatever, let me know. I would love to hear which one you choose to go with if you decide to pick up a set of these. And if you don't pick up a set of these, feel free to email me when you are sitting there and you reach for that 10-millimeter and you can't find it, and you're thinking to yourself, if I just listen to that bleepity bleep dude on YouTube, I wouldn't be in this situation. And that's why we call them get out of jail free tools. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. While you're down in the comments, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.